Ellen Light, integrated healer, here to talk to you today about the primary causes for physical pain. I was actually a little surprised when I looked this up to see what else might be included that I maybe hadn't come to mind. So it boils down to something a little more simple than you might think. So the primary causes for chronic pain, are you ready? Weak muscles, skeletal misalignment, chronic stress, and inflammation. So let's talk about inflammation first, because that has not been the biggest part of my journey. And there are medical and alternative specialists that really look at inflammation. So the basic look at inflammation is swelling, it's water retention. So if we just think about, where does water retention come from? It's the body's way to protect itself, to insulate itself, to dilute toxins. So say you've eaten something you're allergic to, you know that the next day that scale is going to be a pound or two higher, at least it is in my case, because your body is holding water to dilute the problematic substance till we can get it out of there. Okay. So the things that we know are that we can take some drugs from the drugstore, common anti-inflammatories that some people pop all day, every day. I have used a product called zyflamend, ZYFLAMEND, and it's for enzymes, inflammation, mend. And it's an herbal product because I didn't want to get into like drugstore items that might irritate my stomach, and I'm just more of an herby kind of a girl. Another one that's common is people will make some a turmeric, tomato drink in the morning, and we know that black pepper helps that turmeric go to work better, or you can take it in pill form. But if we want to dive deeper into the causes of inflammation, let's have a deeper look. So, of course, if you have an infection, there's going to be inflammation, because if you have bacteria, virus, fungus invading the body, then the immune response is going to be inflammation. And we all know that if you've got a local infection and you touch it, it's red hot and swollen, and the same thing can happen on the inside of our bodies. Obviously, if we have an injury, if we damage the tissue from physical trauma, burns, chemical exposure, that's going to provoke inflammation. And then autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis or lupus cause the immune system to, some people believe it's attacking healthy tissues. Other people have different philosophies, but we know that it creates inflammation and it becomes chronic. So certain chronic conditions like obesity or long-term exposure to environmental toxins can also cause inflammation. There's so much talk about mold these days, mold, and we know that's going to get things really stirred up. And in the inflammatory response can be acute, subacute, or chronic. So acute means, I've just got hit with, like for me, diesel fumes. I'm not too bad with trees and pollens, but diesel fumes, I'm like closing down that vent on my car, rolling up my not rolling. Thank God we don't have to roll windows up anymore. Letting that window come up. So we all are going to have different sensitivities to different things, right? And some of them are going to be an immediate, some of them are going to be ongoing. Dietary. dietary changes, because not only does gluten make an inflammatory response for a lot of people, but for many people that I know, most grains are creating some inflammation. And if you don't have it, lucky you, that's less to have to deal with. So, of course, if we're looking at dietary changes and natural remedies, the cleanest way to eat, yeah, I'm talking about this first to get this topic out of the way, because it's not my favorite to discuss or have to do. But so if you want to go into the whole topic of cleansing and detoxing, there are a million things to do, right? The first thing is put less junk in your body so there's less to clean out. So that would mean organic, non-pesticide fruits and vegetables, and some clean proteins. A lot of people, grains, potatoes, all of that is going to create an inflammatory response, not for everybody. Then there's juicing. I'm not going to spend all day on this, because in working with chronic pain, this is kind of a subspecialty that if you really wanted to get into, like detox, doing a huge detox eating program. And so the bath is another way to really release toxins from the body and inflammation. The basic would be to put in Epsom salts into the bath, because Epsom salt is magnesium, and it pulls the toxins out of the body. And along with that, there are lots of other nice things that you can put in there to have additional results, like sea salt, baking soda. Pardon me. Some people like to add borax or diatomaceous earth into the bath. The bath is a really good way to pull toxins out of the body. I'm a shower girl, but God bless you if you're a bath girl, because or guy, because that's a really good way to detox and to help your body get rid of some of these toxins.